So clap your hands, snap a finger and sing. Rather sweet. Sing boss, rather sweet. Come on, the sweet again. Sing boss, rather sweet. Stop, sweet again. Sing boss, rather sweet. Come on, the sweet again. Sing boss, rather sweet. Stop, sweet again. Boys and girls, shake your knees and wiggle for your kiddies dream. Clap your hands, snap a finger, then sing. Bitty, bitty, bitty. Here comes pretty notes, dancing, ring, ring. Looking for the king of the swing. So clap your hands, snap a finger, then sing. Let us swing. Sing, brother, swing. Come on, the swing again. Sing, brother, swing. Stop, swing again.
Do you think you cannot swing? of Romeo. His folks, they came from Italy many years ago. One night he met young Geraldine, a dame from out of town. When Geraldine was dancing, she would bring the ballroom down. Wave those paws in the air, spin around like Fred Astaire. Slip me five if we can jive. That's Geraldine's routine. Lift those puppies off the ground, swing those hips and shake them down.
It's rag, it's razz, it's snazzy jazz.
It's Geraldine's routine. Wave those paws in the air, spin around like Fred Astaire. Slip me five if we can jive. That's Geraldine's routine. Lift those puppies off the ground, swing those hips and shake them down.
Let's hump, let's jump, let's thumpity bump.
It's Geraldine's routine. Was a stripper, so was Geraldine. She learned to strip on Mardi Gras way down in New Orleans. Now Romeo was wacky, he was dizzy for this dame. He learned to dance and got the chance to be Geraldine's new flame. Wave those paws in the air, spin around like Fred Astaire. Slip me five if we can jive. That's Geraldine's routine. Lift those puppies off the ground, swing those hips and shake them down.
It's rag, it's razz, it's snazzy jazz.
It's Geraldine's routine. Wave those paws in the air, spin around like Fred Astaire. Slip me five if we can jive. That's Geraldine's routine. Lift those puppies off the ground, swing those hips and shake them down.
Let's hump, let's jump, let's thumpity bump.
It's Geraldine's routine. Okay, here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Geraldine. Look out, guys. Shake that thing. Ho-ho! Wave those paws in the air, spin around like Fred Astaire. Slip me five if we can jive. That's Geraldine's routine. Lift those puppies off the ground, swing those hips and shake them down.
It's rag, it's razz, it's snazzy jazz.
It's Geraldine's routine. Wave those paws in the air, spin around like Fred Astaire. Slip me five if we can jive. That's Geraldine's routine. Lift those puppies off the ground, swing those hips and shake them down.
Let's hump, let's jump, let's thumpity bump.
It's Geraldine's routine.
I met her everybody. Good morning. Oh my goodness, we have already got a donation of $25. Who did that? Who did that? Oh gosh, even before I'm able to announce anything. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Guys, I have a stroopwafel. I have a stroopwafel and coffee. That's my breakfast. Yay, stroopwafels. Stroopwafels are great. If you don't have a stroopwafel, you should go get one. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Gush? That's a word I said. Online VCR, welcome in. It is very nice to have you. Laws, Irish Island, Irish Island. Oh my gosh, good morning, Irish Island. How the hell are you? Hades! Hades! Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. I was intending to do an art stream today, but you know what? We got to talk about some stuff and some things, and that's what we got to do. So I started doing these interview streams, right? And I was like, I'm going to do this every week. I'm going to interview somebody once a week, and I'm going to air something once a week, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And it is so much work, and I forgot how much work video editing is. Oh my god, I forgot how much work video editing is. I'm thinking like, oh, it's only gonna take a couple of hours to edit an interview, but then I sit there and I'm like, oh god, I need to cut this and cut this and cut this, and then before I know it, I'm working like 10 to 20 hours on a video, and I'm like, this is not sustainable when you're working a full-time job. This is not sustainable. So what we're gonna do, I'm scaling things back. We're going to be doing interview streams once every other week. That's how it's going to work. So, yes, we have Control Quinn's interview today. I'll get into that in a moment. You know what? I should probably address the thing right here. What is this thing here? What is this charity thingamabob that is happening right here? And who donated? Who did that? Who did that? Who is the sweet noodle who donated money? Who did it? Who did it? Hades! Aw, you sweet noodle, Hades. So, thank you so much, Hades. Thank you. So, it is LLS Charity Month. It is a thing that Control Alt Quinn puts on every single year, and I'm fucking stoked to be a part of this again. We did this last year when I had only had like 3 streams under my belt. 3 streams, not like 3 months, not 3 years, no, 3 whole streams. 3 streams under my belt, and I did the charity month, and Sick! Hi, good morning, Sick. And yeah, Sick is also a part of the charity stream team. Sick is also a part of the stream team, so everybody go follow Sick Psycho. Hold up a sec. There we go. I help. Yeah, no, we're doing this charity all month for Control All Quinn, and Quinn is going to explain later in the interview about what the LLS charity is, but it is to fight blood cancer. We are fighting blood cancer with our fists and with our dollars. So, all month long, we're doing this charity. There's going to be raffles. I'm going to be raffling off some art that I make on stream for the charity. And if we reach my donation incentive of $600, like $600 right there, we'll be doing a Satan telethon at the end of the month. A Satan telethon, meaning a Satan call-in show. You want to talk to Satan on the phone with a phone number? You can do that if we reach the incentive. I may think of some things here and there, but that's pretty much what I got. Also, there's going to be amazing people who are doing RPGs on stream, and there's going to be a game show, a fucking game show. So what you want to do is, what was our stream team name? Anyway, I have added a bunch of charity commands. Did I overlap my commands? I think I might have overlapped some of my commands. Just click on the charity link. Also, things and stuff and things. Now I'm losing the plot. I'm losing the plot, guys. Don't lose the plot, Carp. So, it's been a fucking week. I am tired, I am exhausted, and I'm very sorry that today is not an art stream, but we do have the lovely Control Quinn, who I just did an interview. Yeah, there was never a plot, Sick. There was never ever a plot. I think that's the problem. So, Quinn, charity, stuff, charity. I did an interview with Control Alt Quinn before the month started, and we talked about art, and we talked about all kinds of things, and I learned so much about Quinn, and Quinn is just an amazing person. Like I said, I was 3 streams in when Quinn asked if I wanted to join in on the charity last year, and I did, and it was so much fun, and I'm so thrilled to do this again. I'm not a charity streamer, but I will do this for Quinn. This is for Quinn. Because Quinn is just fantastic, and Quinn took me under their wing. Quinn made me a mod on their channel, and Quinn is just I got to hug Quinn in the summer last year, and I'm gonna meet them again in Seattle, and it's gonna be fucking great. I'm gonna see them at PAX in March. So many hugs, so many hugs. So guys, let's get into the interview with Quinn. There is so much more that I wanted to do. So much more that I wanted to do with this interview. But, sometimes you just gotta get a finished product out the door, and you just gotta finish things and just be okay with it. And we talk a lot about things like that. So, let's get into it. Interview with Control Alt Quinn. I should probably mute the music. This is the part where I fumble around with the controls. Then we mute the music. And there we go. And now I press play on the interview. Yes. Quinn!
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Hi. It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too. It's excited to be here. This is so much fun.
I'm excited to have you. Honored to have you. Oh my goodness. And yes, is it all right if we call you Quinn? What can people call you? Your pronouns, etc., etc.
Yeah. So I'm Control Alt Quinn. My pronouns are they, them. You can call me Quinn. You can call me Control. Well, yeah, some people call me Control. I noticed that sometimes I go to like streams and they're like, Control? I'm gonna butcher your name. Or they're like Central Setar Quinn. But I prefer Quinn or Control Quinn. Yeah, because that's my name. I like it. It's
Yay.
comfortable.
Oh, I'm so stoked to have you here. Thank you so much for agreeing to be on the show. So we are talking about arts and things and stuff, and you are a very, very skilled person. Please tell me what types of arts that you do and all of that stuff.
Oh, where should I start? I guess I should start at my origin story.
Very good.
I don't know. Should I start at the top or the... Okay,
Bottom,
so the scale goes bottom to the top, starting from the bottom. All right. So I don't know. Like I've always been a writer, a comedian ever since I was a kid. Like I was the person who would like go in front of my family and my brothers and sisters. I'm pretty sure that my siblings are gonna watch this too. Just let you know, they're gonna watch this and be like, "Yep, Quinn was like super annoying." I was the annoying one in my family. And I just kind of meshed that with video games. But the art of comedy is a very interesting thing because it's like comedy is like subjective, right? Not everyone's going to find you funny. What you think is funny isn't going to be funny to the next guy down the street, et cetera, forever and ever. But growing up in that, like in poverty and like in a single parent house and, not having cable sometimes and just having to deal with those like with life and on the radio and pop culture. Me and my siblings, we were each other's entertainment. We put on shows and stuff. And that got me really into like stage performance and made me better at what I do now, even though I didn't realize it at the time. So, see, this is like, can I say?
Yeah.
This is already like
this is a swear-friendly stream.
Okay. Is that good?
Very well said, and no one will ever know what you said.
Like it's really.
How can you say that on the air?
So yeah, so that's where it kind of started for me. And then like when I got into like middle school and high school, I was like a theater kid who was afraid to take the stage because that's a thing that happens. And I don't think we talk about that enough in the theater space where there's like people who have like these goals and passions and dreams. They want to be center stage, but never have that confidence to kind of get there. And that's kind of how I was. I was like the sound person or like the script supervisor or
Stagecraft.
like a producer. And I didn't really lean into taking the stage until I was an adult, like
Oh,
fully. Like, I mean, like 6 years ago.
wow.
When I finally became a grown up. But there's all these things I did in between the game space and like theater spaces that kind of just I don't know. What am I talking about again? Oh, and modeling and photography. And like I was in film. I've dabbled in so much stuff in my 33 years. It's like I've done it all. I have psychology, HR, which is also an art. People communication and talking to people is an art form.
Yes.
And
Yes,
helping
it is.
people. So, what does art mean to me? I don't know. It's a lot of things. And it's yeah. I hope that is that just like maniac? Like, did I just sound like a maniac? Just like I'm
No,
saying,
I
everything
love that
is an
you just
art.
like you dove into the core of what I try to get people to after like building them up for a while, and you're just like, I'm ready to go. Let's do
Hmm.
this. I'm ready to talk about art. Okay, okay. What were some of your favorite roles that you've been able to do with your art? Performing, talking to people, your favorite roles.
Um. So I really loved my photography stage. I feel like every okay, let's talk about this. I feel like every millennial has a stage where they're like, I take the best pictures, and I'm going to have my own Tumblr page where like
Hmm.
I went through that stage and I was really good at it. It was profitable. I made money from it. But the thing that I loved about that brought me back to people, and I was like all about portraiture. I love people. I love faces. I love the diversity and dynamicness of how all we're so different and beautiful. It's I was obsessed with those. I love that stuff. And taking people to like really weird, sketchy places to take pictures. Now lean on the wall. And I just love directing and producing. But that's what I learned like as I got older, right? Like as I went through other things. I love doing the art. Like I could do it. But what made me feel good was directing and setting up the scene and setting the mood and helping someone be comfortable to like lean into whatever it is they wanted to do for that photo. I got out of that because people wanted me to do weddings. I started doing
Oh.
weddings. Oh gosh. And now I was really good at it. I made a lot of money doing wedding photography and videography as well. And I had fun, but oh my gosh, it wears you down because it's the same thing over and over again. There's really not much creative freedom in event photography like that because people have an idea of what they want when they contact you. They want it to look a certain way. There's no like, yeah, they don't it's just this they wanted to look at a magazine, like it came from a magazine. And like I saw my wedding, my friend they were both holding a knife and cutting a cake sort of vibe. And I was like, I have to say yeah, because I want to get paid. I can't stand that sort of stuff. So I think that's when I pulled out of that. But that was definitely one of my favorite like gigs that I did. And then HR, and I know it sounds wild in business and corporate structure and all that stuff, but HR is another field where you're dealing with so many different personalities and people. And I love people and hearing their stories and helping them like do their jobs or like work through it or whatever issues might arise. And I worked exclusively with employee engagement and assistance. I did a lot of that stuff. So we were the people who were setting up health fairs. And there was also some portions when I stopped working in HR, I quit. laying people off
That's
and things like
uncomfortable.
that. It sucks. And that's when I was like, this isn't really like it's really I have these people skills. How do I apply them? That side of it is not nice. I don't so
Yeah, you don't want to have to do the thing that no one wants to do, just make people unhappy. I mean, that's never a good situation.
mhm,
Yeah, that'll wear on you after a while. Oh goodness.
no. But
So,
I somehow took like those things like photography and psychology and HR and like just threw it all together and came to Twitch. Threw it all together and came to Twitch. Yeehaw.
yeehaw. I am so glad you have that queued up.
RC hates it.
Well, his opinion is wrong.
He's gonna watch this and be like,
So let's see. Tell me about some of your inspirations, your artistic inspirations.
I'm the worst interviewer, I swear.
No, you are not.
So do you know Desmond Morris? He's a psychologist.
Oh, I don't know him.
Um,
Tell me.
so he's a psychologist that I was like well read on when I was in college, who kind of inspired me to drop out of like college. He was someone
Really?
that he inspired me to drop out of psychology, like psychology.
Psychology.
Psychology. He inspired me to drop out of psychology. Uh, he has this book called People Watching, and it came out in the 70s, and it's all about all the things that I love, like people, like body language and looking for people's hidden tells, not in a way to like manipulate them or something like that, but to like understand them and why we do the things we do, which was really interesting to me. So that was like a huge inspiration because like I was reading those books when I was in school and I'm just like, I'm in the wrong field. Like it's a part of the curriculum and I'm in the wrong, like, what am I even doing here? Um, and there's another one, like, there's some weird stuff in those books too. I don't know how you feel about like
No,
psychotherapy
I
stuff.
love it. No, I absolutely love it. And I love that you were able to realize that that wasn't your career path based on somebody else's art. And you're like, mm-mm, mm-mm. I see what you're doing
Mhm.
and I see what work you're putting out there, and it's not for me. This is not what I want to do. So, and that's respectable. It's so respectable.
I also feel like when you're in school for like psychology and you're reading some of like these books and stuff by these famous psychologists and they're basically telling you like to follow people want to seek happiness and feel joy and all these things, and I think that also kind of like influenced my decision to like drop out because I'm just like I'm not like I like people, right? But I don't know if I want to serve people this way,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's not bringing me joy, which tied back to what brings me joy and gaming. So meshing those like was a no-brainer, like
Mm-hmm.
in the arts and the creativity while also touching all the things that I love.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like everything in the books tells you what humans want. And I feel like that's also different. But hearing that and seeing that in Desmond Morris's like writings that I had to study, I was just like, that's it for me. So
Done.
that's a huge yep, I'm done. I'm done. I dropped out.
And that's
I'm a
okay.
college dropout. Yeah.
So that was your artistic influence for speaking with people. Do you have any other artistic influences, say for like writing or for when you do theater-based
Or
stuff
a video. Oh, yeah,
or
I would
video?
say yeah, because I was like a big YouTube person,
Mm-hmm.
like when YouTube like first started. And
Oh 05,
I
oh
feel
06,
like
oh 07.
I would say I feel like you and I talked about this recently. I would say around the whole it's like 2006,
Mm-hmm.
I was really into lip sync videos. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I think sometimes I think, yo, if TikTok existed when I was a kid, I would be paid. Like I would be so rich right now because I was like doing what TikTok is now and putting it on YouTube. And I was before like copyright stuff
Hmm.
and things were a lot different back in the day.
Back in the
Back in
day.
the-
Oh, yes. I
but
remember, like, that's
oh,
why
sorry.
Vine was a thing and they got taken down because of copyright
Uh-huh.
issues, but TikTok is just the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. I think like didn't Snapchat buy Vine?
Did they?
I
I don't
think
remember.
I don't remember. I briefly remember it was like 2012, 2013, when that happened. But yeah, I was like a lip syncer person. And also, that's when I started to watch sketch comedy or sketch comedy by other people my age.
Hmm. Hmm.
And there's a group called Balloon Shop that I loved.
I don't
Oh
know
my
about Balloon
gosh.
Shop.
Oh my gosh. It's so good. It's so good. And Derek Comedy.
I know about Derek Comedy,
Yeah.
actually. I know about
Because
Derek Comedy.
Donald Glover was on
Uh-huh.
there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was watching that when it was like just starting before any of those people were like famous.
Yeah.
And that's what inspired me too. I'm like, I want to do stuff like that. But the thing about that is like, I was like roping my brothers and my sisters into stuff. And I have videos of that as well. But a lot of people weren't down the clown like that back in the day because they thought it was just like kid shit, you know?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then now look at us. We're all adults chasing our dreams on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
And doing our own shows and being able to like have our own like creative like dreams just come to life. And I love this platform. I really do. Some
I
of
do
the
too.
business practices, ugh, but the fact that it brings us all together in such a way
Hmm.
so that we can like chase that, it was good. It's fun.
Absolutely. I love that we all get our own TV station, not our own TV show, but our whole station. We could just hang out
Mhm.
and meet people like this. I mean, hell,
Yeah.
here you are on my show, and chat is saying hi. I'm sure they are right now. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they
Hi, hello. Nice to meet you. Welcome to WIXQRS, whatever radio station, mother carp uh, AM radio. I don't
on
know.
69420.fm AM.
Ooh, yeah, I'm about that. So,
All right, all right. Man, we are just like speeding through these questions. Let's see, let's see, let's see. All right. So when you're making stuff for the internet, tell me about your creative process a bit and how you get to getting some ideas and making that a reality.
yeah, when I'm making stuff for the internet and I'm trying to think about, oh my gosh, well, I have a lot of different brains. That's how I refer to it. Like I think differently depending on what platform I'm interacting with. Like my TikTok, I'd call that my lazy platform. It was like I'll literally be in bed. I just wake up and I'm scrolling and
Hmm.
I see a trend and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that trend right now, right in bed. Like it's where I'm more like just no lights, no cameras, right? Like just very well cameras, but very laid back and raw. But as far as stuff that I plan for stream, like I have a show called the Thades Variety Hour, which is me and Sham, and it's the only comedy slash improv show on Twitch, ran and produced only by Black non-binary people.
Hell yeah.
Um, and that's something I'm very proud of. And, Twitch notices us and we get to like do things like speak at TwitchCon about some of the stuff and like encourage other people to do that. But like when I'm writing the run of the show for certain episodes or like planning things, I always like I get inspired by random stuff and then I think of like a joke and then the joke turns into a bit, then the bit turns into a scene, then the scene turns into like it just keeps snowballing into all this stuff. And I just write it down and I go back and fine tune it. And then I share it with like a writing partner, like, one of my improv or comedy friends and be like, hey, can you like check this out? Like, this is idea I have. And they're like, oh, that's dope. And then they give me an idea. And that's just like how it rolls. But then, when you go live and you actually do it, it kind of just gets more improv-y anyway, because you never know what's going to happen when you're streaming live. Like live TV is a mixed live TV. Live Twitch, like raids, people subbing or other things, or something camera dies, or you get hit by a meteor. Like you never know. And I love that part about live performances. So as far as like inspiration, I would say it's just life. I always spend time to get away from my computer. Like I have hard cutoff times where I'm just like, I'm not going to be at my desk. I'm not going to scroll. I'm just going to go outside. I'm going to walk down the street. I'm going to like have a regular life and adventure, or I'm going to consume like TVs or movies or things that I wanted to catch up on, which also that's art. You're consuming it and it helps you bring out things inside yourself. No idea, no thought is original. It just, other people's thoughts can help pull out something from yourself that you didn't know you needed to share. Did I talk too much?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm
Okay.
just trying to pull the next train of thought out of that because I'm like, now I have
Sorry.
questions. I had another question and then I forgot the question. Oh goodness. Okay.
Sorry.
No, not at all. I mean, everybody interviews differently, and like that's why. That's why I do this. These segments recorded because I don't want to get derailed by raids. I don't want to get derailed by like hype trains. I don't want to get derailed by any of that. I just want to talk, and all of that else can go to hell. All of that can go to hell. Whatever.
Straight ahead. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, oi. That's for Uracket. That's for Uracket. Oi.
I can already sense him in the chat saying, "Fuck off." And no, wait, no, he'd probably say, "I'm leaving."
I'm leaving. Or I'll say, go to sleep. Go to sleep right now, Uracket. We're watching you. Respectfully.
Respectfully, very respectfully, utmost respect. Oh gosh, I had a good question. Okay. So when you, where do you get your best ideas? Which one?
My dreams.
Ah,
I would
interesting.
say my dreams, like, I don't know. I dream a lot. Like, I have a dream journal and I lucid dream too. Now we're getting to some weird shit. I lucid dream. I'm coming out saying that right now. First time saying it live. And I write my dreams down. I instantly talk about it in the morning and I'll literally text Sham like, oh my God, my dream. Like they're like ready, like, okay, here goes Quinn with the dream. And instead of like taking it and like putting it on the web or looking on the internet looking for an interpretation, I take the buffoonery in it and quite literally try to turn it into something like a show. And I know it's just all of my subconscious anyway coming together and like, that's so bizarre. So let's make that a reality. Let's take that bizarre thing I had and put it right there into a show in some way, or share it with chat and accept it. Like once you take that bizarreness and you put it in reality, you're making it real. And like as a comedian, like in cringe and all these weird things and storytelling, that's so important to me. So I write everything down like that. I would say that's where some of my best ideas come from. And also just like things like this, right? Like we're sitting here and talking, or you ever just been in like a group chat or voice chat with a bunch of your friends, you're all playing different games and y'all just start bullshitting and talking about stuff and then it like turns into some joke. Like those things inspire me so much. Or you think about me and Winbag's podcast.
Yeah, which I
Like
would
that's
love
the
to talk
perfect-
about since that's a new thing that
Yeah.
y'all are doing.
So our show, it's not scripted. It's just us talking. It's all improv, but you can see like a lot of my brain and how it works and his as well while we're talking. And it's hilarious.
Mhm.
And those are great ideas. And it also inspires some writing or sketches that I'll do later that I'll write down. Like, I'm going to revisit this and make something like the whole, um, uh, how do you feel about all the things you've done in your life? Like that one, and then like once that comes up and someone calls it out, then I act on it and just make it even more ridiculous. Like, and I don't think twice. I don't think twice. That's another pro tip, which is a very scary thing. Like some people, it's scary for them to take a leap on like a weird thought they had and say it out loud. Um, Sometimes people are just like, "Oh, Quinn, you have no filter. Or I don't have a filter." Like that's kind of how I feel. I'm just like, I have a weird thought, and I just say it out loud. I'm like, "Hey, I don't want to be weird, but do you ever think about like what if your butt was like in the front? I don't know, just like things like that." So
So, like, how do you suggest people get over that hurdle of just like removing that filter? Because it doesn't feel like it's an overnight process.
um it isn't. It took me a long time, but live streaming helped me. Um, Putting myself, like I was talking about earlier in the stream, putting myself on the stage when I thought I was only just like a background character helped me get that like confidence. I just, oh, and another thing I did when I was a kid that helped me get here is when I had to do a book report or like an oral report, and there'd be like a sign up list in school, and I would always be like, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first and get it over with because I don't want the fear of just waiting back there for my turn. And live streaming helped me do that. When I see myself back when I would like edit videos and stuff for YouTube, I would be like hypercritical of like how I'm going to cut it here or do this. And I didn't like that at all. And then I never get it done because then I'm just angry about my edit by the time I get to the end and I never post it. But live streaming is literally putting you in the line of fire, for lack of a better term, and you have to keep going. I mean, you don't have to, but if you train your mind to be like, this is happening, I'm gonna let it happen. Um, that's how live streaming has improved my improv skills, my communication skills, my feeling skills, my thought and idea skills. Just, I think I'm thinking something, write it down, and then like process why I thought that. Like, why do you think this is another callback to me and Winback show? Why do you think what you think? Like, analyze it. Like, why do you think what you think? Because that's also like it's your subconscious and they're working even when we don't realize it. Our brains are so interesting. Humans are so interesting.
They are.
People rock. People are cool, except for
People
the
are
bad people.
art.
I mean, yeah, people are art. Yeah. Not you, Uraki. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right. I want to talk about criticisms, good criticisms, bad criticisms. Tell me about some of your favorite criticisms of your work or things that you've
Oh,
heard, things that have helped you become a better artist.
oh gosh. I think about trolls sometimes, like a lot of negative stuff that I get from people who are, but I don't count that, right? Like those are just people who are just trying to ruin my day.
Yeah,
Like those troll attacks and stuff like that.
usually
Um,
not good criticisms.
yeah, I've had some like weird comments, but they're always just like directed at nothing that has to do with what I created. Oh, there was one time in like the photography field, like in my early 20s, where someone was talking about me using too much saturation. Because
Oh.
yeah, like my everything I did was so vibrant. And a photographer who was already established in my city saw one of my pieces at an art show, and he's like, oh yeah, it's just too vibrant, it's too saturated, you need to turn the saturation down.
Hmm.
And I just kept doing it. I don't care. Like I was just like, okay, and it's sorry, I didn't just make it black and white with just someone's lipstick just red. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, this is how I see this is my creation. This is like my story. This is my show. And like, I'll take the criticism if it's constructive. But if you're saying that you don't like the way I edit a picture and the vibrancy and the color that I'm bringing to my own creation,
Mhm.
that's different.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's really hard to do that, especially when it's like art, you
Mhm.
know? Now with Twitch and criticism, like if I always start off my stream and stuff and I'm like, how are my levels? Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? Is the game too loud? Let me know so that I cannot think about it and continue. That's different because that affects the experience that the user is having for a show. I want them to be able to hear me and see me clearly because that's what this is. It's a live show. So um that's how I take that.
But like I get that, and I don't know if people know how to criticize well. Also, like people on Twitch are generally pretty hesitant to tell you if your levels are bad unless they're just really, really, really bad. Like
Uh-huh.
I've asked for feedback from people a bajillion times and no one says anything, and I keep going, and then I go look over the VODs later. I'm like, I.
It's because they're too nice. It's also the too nice thing.
Mhm.
I was gonna get into this. I feel like the people who like love you and are close to you, it's not that they're trying to like they it's not they're trying to purposefully make you feel or sound bad. They don't want to touch it. They're just
Mhm.
like, oh, you're perfect. You're great. No, you're good. You're good. I'm like, that's not true. People who always say yes to you are some of the scariest people. Scariest, like, oh no, the show's great. Everything's fine. You're perfect. I don't know what. And that's not true. Sometimes I'll just like text my friends when I'm like getting into like these. I don't know if you ever get here where you're like looking at stuff of your old past content and clips, and you're just like, what's wrong? Like there's something wrong with me. And like trying to figure out like what is that? Like, but there's nothing wrong with you, right? There's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with you, but you we're always going to be our worst critics. And like I know that if I text them and be like, can you review this and tell me what you think? They're like, oh, it's perfect. And then sometimes I'll just be like, be honest, what's wrong with me? In the middle of the night, in the middle of the night. Don't lie. Girl, here's a Google Drive or a Google Doc. Just anonymously put in there what you think is wrong with me.
Mhm.
Or what are my red flags? Can you tell me what my red flags are?
How
You don't
many
have
are
any red
there?
flags. You liar. There, like someone says you don't have red flags. What a lie,
People don't know. No one is without red flags.
right? If you were to like ask me that, I would be like, okay, I would read you down. I'm just kidding. No,
What are your red
I would
flags?
yeah, just I would be like, "Hey, you want me I'll help you." Like if you think that, but also I love you. No one is without red flags and no one is without room for an improvement
Mhm.
in other ways, especially when it comes to their show.
Mhm. Yeah,
If I'm
or
telling you like my show is so important to me,
yeah.
don't like lie to me about it.
Like you're trying to make your art better. I think it was White Gray Black who had said this, but like, when you're getting feedback, that little bit of feedback that you get can make your show a 10 out of 10 where it would have been like a 5 or a 7 out of 10 if you hadn't gotten the feedback. And you're like, you're trying
Mhm.
to make it better. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But
Yeah.
it's like when you ask people for feedback and stuff, are they also streamers or are they also people who understand?
Um I would say they're like viewers.
Mhm.
Like I asked like my community. I do also ask other streamers.
See, now that's the kind of feedback I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the feedback because we were just talking about that. Quinn, how are you? How was your stream? Thank you so much for rating it. Normally, I wouldn't pause things and interject with the interview and stuff, but like the person of the hour is here. Control Alt Quinn. It is mandatory that you follow Quinn. Mandatory. Quinn. Okay, we're halfway through the interview, and I am so sorry. I can send you. Thank you for gifting a sub. Oh my goodness, you sweet noodle. Oh, guys, we're halfway through Quinn's interview. I am so sorry. I feel like I maybe could have waited a little bit later to air it. But anyway, Quinn, let's hear Quinn talk some more about things and some stuff. Thank you so much for the raid, everybody. It's LLS Charity Month. It is LLS Charity Month. It is mandatory that you hit that exclamation mark charity command, or the exclamation mark donate command, or the exclamation mark bloodfacts.info command. Bloodfacts.info, everybody. Bloodfacts.info. All the links, so many links. Donate. We're fighting cancer. Let us go fight cancer. And let us listen to more of Quinn's interview. Here we go. Anyway, what was I saying?
Especially like audio. Audio is the worst thing, right? Because like you can hear it, you can't really hear what everyone else is hearing. There was some people that I asked from one of my stream team about my camera because I could not get my angle right. I don't like the dead on angle like this one, I guess. Like I don't like that. Like I don't know. I don't like it's just like so raw. It's like I want my show to feel like a show. Like I don't know, like so this angle always just like made me feel like this is my face. Look how big my head is. And this one just feels like a little bit more crispy in a good way.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things where someone's like, you should like get another camera, put it in a different like position and use that as your main camera, and then use another camera that you have as like a different angle if it calls for it. And that was a great improvement for me. And you could see more of my stuff too. Like it's nice. I like that. That was good advice. But it's like when I'm like criticizing myself, there's something in me that's like, there's something that I want to change here. I just don't know what it is. So,
do you have any goals for what you're working with currently? Any artistic changes? Any of that stuff? I can also wait. If you got to answer a text, that's fine. I'll just like snap cut.
Oh no, I'm playing with a Sharpie. I was deep down like listening. That's what I was doing. I'm putting a Sharpie in my ring. Goals. I really want to like get more visual as far as like things that come up on my screen with chat engagement. So I really want to learn like the whole move. A lot of OBS plugins that like move your camera around and things like that. I want to get more creative that way. But when I start to like try and learn them, I get so frustrated because I don't even know where to begin on the list of why my brain is just like, I can't do this right now. I'll just turn it off and I'm like, I never go back to it. So that's one of my goals, is to get some more of my creative ideas for the show actually into practice. And letting people manipulate those things that are more than just sound effects. I really need that refresh. I just get so overwhelmed by tech. I really do. My brain can't process that. OBS always like, I swear, if I ever became a billionaire, I would just hire someone to be like my tech support for every time I went live and just have them like in the back end produce it from the back end. I don't like to think about it.
With a little little soundboard and
like
everything, just like
Wayne's
pushing all the
World.
buttons.
Yeah. I would just do that because my brain gets so overwhelmed really quickly. So
Yeah,
I guess that's a goal.
I
Yeah.
totally understand that. And OBS, like they keep adding these new updates and then something unexpected breaks every
Hmm.
single time. Like, I don't know. I think this is the first time I've ever been able to get not desktop audio, application audio capture to start working right, where it doesn't have a stupid delay. I don't know.
And then he updates that update and then Windows updates or any other updates. And then suddenly all these connectivities, you have to like go down the list and figure out where the problem is and do all that tech support for yourself.
Hmm.
It's maddening.
And then you're
Maddening.
like, I got this last night, and now it's 15 minutes of show, and the thing that was working last night is not working now. When did this
Hmm.
happen? What broke? How? It's maddening. Like people really don't know what happens behind the scenes and how much work it is. If you're not a streamer, you don't know
Hmm.
how much work it is.
Yep.
Ugh. All right, tell me about some of your dream projects, if I didn't cover this already.
Like things that I would love to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I really, really, really want to host a show for either Xbox or Ubisoft. I have like a really good relationship with them. Actually, I guess I can say this now. Um on February 2nd, I will be doing a Logitech stream on their channel for Black History Month. I'm one of their featured creators because I'm sponsored by them. So I'm excited about that. Um
Ah!
It'll be at 10 a.m. PT, PST. And I'll be playing some games with some other streamers on Logitech channel. But like things like that, I love to do. That's like a really big part of my job. I'm always doing like features and whatnot. But I really want to just like hold it down and like have like, yeah, Xbox is my dream. I want to just be on their channel every Tuesday. I'm going to have my own show on their channel. I really want to secure something like that. That's my dream gig. Yeah. I'm really good host. I'm a really good host. Yeah.
Yeah, you are. You are a great host. I mean, when you have people on your show, you are a really, really good host.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. You're biased. You're
I'm
biased.
biased because you hush. I mean, both things can be true. Both things can be true.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much. Oh.
Who will? Let's see. Oh, all right, all right. When you're working with people and like you've been doing this for a long time, how do you value your work when you're trying to
Like,
market it and stuff?
um, oh, oh gosh, that is a heavy question because okay, I would say, like I work with like a lot of brands, and game devs and studios, all that stuff, like triple A, meaning like I've done campaigns for big companies. Like I was a part of the Starfield launch, like most recently. But one thing for sure is I get a lot of stuff in my inbox. I don't say yes to everything.
Mhm.
I don't. Especially if it's something that I couldn't authentically enjoy or play. Just because it's popular doesn't, or I would get paid to do it,
Mhm.
doesn't mean I'm going to sign up for that. And I have like I come from a place of privilege of saying that because I don't need it, right? Um, but I definitely would work with a AAA brand or something. That's how I value for free. Like I have a relationship with Blizzard and I do a lot of sponsored WoW content and I'm a WoW content creator. But that's like one of my dream brands, right? So when they come knocking, I was like, there's no way I'm not saying like whatever. I am not worried. Like yes, say what you want and I'll do it. Like that's how I felt. Um, but I guess that values like that is back into my dream, like dream brands versus like other stuff, but I don't know. That's a really complicated question because I really do make strategic like partnerships. I don't just say yes to things.
Mhm,
I really have to. And if someone that wants to work with me and I'm like, okay, I could play that game, and
mhm,
they're like, well, we'll pay you this. This is our rate. I'm like, no, because you're coming to me because you want me for a specific reason. This is my reach.
mhm,
This is what these are my numbers. These are my followers
mhm,
on all these platforms. I have a pitch deck. It's a pitch deck I think I've talked about there. I'm not sure. I
mhm.
should explain that to the viewer. A pitch deck is your resume. It's a CV of you in the content creation and influencer space. So I have a pitch deck that has, hey, my name is Control Quinn, blah, blah, blah. This is my reach. My audience is like 60% this, that, like all these numbers, which you can find. Anyone can find this information about you. These are brands and partnerships that I've worked with. These are my averages. These are things that I'm good at. I'm good at hosting, game reviews, like whatever you want, and I know my numbers and I know my worth. I'm like comparing that to the market. All these people's numbers, all the creators, all this data is out there. So if someone gives me a price that I don't like, no, I'm not doing that for that. I would do it for this. This is my counter offer. If they don't take it, I'm like, okay, whatever, they're a loss.
So, do you normally wait for people to reach out to you, or have you reached out to other people and been like, "Here's my resume. Please accept me. Notice me."
Yeah, I've reached out to brands that, I really want to work with and heard nothing. I don't think there's any brand that I pitched myself at that was like, okay, sure. Like, I really want to work with Doc Martens. And I'll send them my pitch deck every year. I'll email them and be like, hey, I'm a content creator. Exclusively wear your shoes. I think there would be an audience there for that. I attend cons where I'm wearing your shoes.
Mhm.
I would love to work on a campaign with y'all. This is my reach, but I never heard anything. Other than that, just brands will reach out to me because they're searching content creators by their averages and numbers, like a marketing team, right? They're just like, okay, we have this campaign coming up and we're looking for XYZ creator that checks these boxes, and then they can look at all that data from like stream websites or like Social Blade and find someone, and then they go and like look at your videos. That's why I always tell people, make sure your panels have rules stated clearly for your channel, who you are, what you do, because there's always people looking to hire someone, and that's where they go to your panels and review your content. They want to know what you're about before they email you. Oh, and have your email there, your business email, so they can reach out to you and give you an opportunity. There's some people I know who don't even have anything in their panels, but like one picture that has nothing to do with what their content is. And they're like, how come I don't get any deals? How come I don't get any jobs? How come I don't get contacted for stuff? And I'm like, you don't have anything there. Like, where are they supposed to reach out to you?
So, when people reach
So,
out to you, what are some good signs that this is a legit offer, and what are some things that people should look out for and just say hell no to?
um, this is also coming from a place of privilege. I'm just going to say that. I say no to affiliate codes. If
Mhm.
someone comes to you and they're like, hey, we want you to play this game, or we want you to promote this product, but you have a code and you will only get paid like for your contract. You will only get paid if you make a percentage of this if people click on your code. And we have to have it on your stream for 2 weeks. And if you don't get that code clicked on by XYZ in 2 weeks, you don't get anything. That's a red flag. You're
Ugh.
basically giving away free marketing. You know,
Mhm.
they're
And you're
coming to you because of they know your worth
mhm.
and expecting to like get a free little marketing boost from you. That's a red flag.
Yeah, and
Always read contracts, ask questions. Like an affiliate code is a red flag to me.
oof. Yeah, and you're potentially wrecking your stream by doing that because people will probably see that and be like, "Oh, this is a little
Yeah.
bit much. I'm not gonna
Audience
hang out."
burnout.
Yeah.
Audience
Yeah.
burnout is a real thing that people should be aware of. Like you're like pushing something that's like, oh, I'm playing this game. Anyways, here's Hello Fresh. Oh yeah, this is my favorite part of the game. Oh wait, but let's not forget, chat. I love HelloFresh. And I hope that you do too. I like all the food they have in the box. Even when people steal it off of my porch, they always replace it in 2 weeks. I love the way the raw chicken tastes. I don't know. I've had HelloFresh before. It's my favorite thing. It's so expensive and it's just perfect. Like, why walk down the street and get a slice of pizza when I can get a box from Minnesota? I can get some freeze dried corn from Minnesota, chat. So make sure you use Control Alt Minnesota when you check your next your next HelloFresh order. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful art. That was art. That was the most art that I think
Oh,
I've done
yeah, I
on
did
a
art
stream
for
with
you.
somebody.
I love that shit. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I like how it's just like, oh, by the way, this is my favorite part of the game. Oh.
Oh, I can't wait to edit that. I can't wait to edit that. That's gonna be so
Oh,
fun.
Minnesota. I've been watching a lot of Fargo, so I think that's like why Minnesota's like in my head right now. Like the show. I've been watching the Fargo show. I'm like, oh, Minnesota.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right, all right. Reeling back to the interview.
Okay, yes, yes,
Back to
yes.
the interview. We talked a little bit about this, but I'd love to talk more about it. But how do you decompress and clear your head?
Um, yeah, so my little process, like with just anything, like with content creation or just like in life, like
However you de-stress, if you have different methods and different reasons for doing different ways of de-stressing, that's also good to know about.
ooh, I am definitely like a cozy blanket person watching a movie. Like when I'm not when I'm not streaming or on like 4 days off where I'm like not gonna go to my desk, I'm like the kind of person who's like, I'm gonna go lay on my couch, turn off my phone, go on Netflix, find something I've watched. Like one of my go-tos is my best friend's wedding. Like just lay there and like watch something I'm familiar with. Like it's always leaning into some familiarity. That's the way I decompress. And after stream, the first thing I do is kind of like go through, see the clips that my moderators or friends created, and then I walk away and I go get like a drink or go sit on my couch and watch TV, do anything but look at my numbers come in. And then the next morning, I go back and then clip the stuff myself, like things I rewatch my show because doing it all at once is like a brain breaker.
Ooh. Like, I
So,
usually like to do it all at once because I like to walk away for a longer period of time and just not think about it, but maybe that's not the best thing. Maybe I do need maybe I do need a break. I don't
mhm,
know. But I think it's really smart to just know your limits and just walk away. So,
mhm.
all right, all right. So talking more about like the things that you've done um, for your stream, I really want to talk about LLS because that's happening right now. That is like right
Yeah.
now.
Yes, that's happening right now. And also like back in that whole vein of like origin story, um, my brother Justin, like I said, I spent so much time gaming and stuff with like my brothers, my siblings, and he is the reason. He's my reason for I'm here because of him, like quite literally, always. And I lost him to uh lymphoma in 2011, and I definitely look forward. Excuse me to these LLS streams every February on his birthday month. I can't believe last year how much money we raised. This will be like the 5th or 6th year. I'm losing track because we do it so often. But we surpassed our goal by so much. And we have a really lofty goal this year of like 20K. I don't know. I get really emotional because sorry. Sorry. It's like It's going to be a great year. I'm very excited about the collaborations that are starting to happen and all the things in the Discord of people like planning shows, playing games together, all for like this cause that's like so freaking special to me. Um, and I can't believe that even like after all these years, people are still like, yeah, Quinn, let's fucking do this. Let's get in here and cancer is sucks. Blood cancer, gee whiz, it's just a nightmare. And um, I really think about all the families that have to like deal with like what me and my family did and my brother. And I'm so, this is another one of those beautiful things about Twitch. Like, I'm so like blessed, not like I'm not religious, but blessed to know so many beautiful people and all these friends that I've made. Like my life will never be the same for the better. Like these relationships, these laughs, these jokes, like it's a part of my story now and it means so much to me. And like thank you like everyone who helps. Like it's dope. You're dope. I can't wait to see you again at PAX.
Yes!
Like seriously.
I'm so
I
excited to
can't
see
wait.
you.
I
Oh my
can't
god.
wait.
I'm gonna give you the biggest hug. Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be
Oh
awesome.
gosh. And like meeting you in person was just so much fun when I got to the last time. You're just an awesome person to hang out with and like an incredible streamer and just an amazing person all around. I know. Have all of the compliments. Yeah, hide your face. You can't hide from the niceness, Quinn. You cannot hide what's inside.
I'm gonna be at PAX West this year too. It's got at the same spot. So I booked my place. I'll be there. Rooftop parties, let's go.
Yes! Rooftop party again. Again.
And the first day of PAX West is on my birthday.
Yes.
So
Oh, I am so stoked. I'm so stoked. This is going to be a hell of a year. One hell of a year. Oh, so I get if you have things that you need to do and that if you got to get going, so we can wrap this up here and then. So Quinn, do you have anything that you would like to plug? Anything that you want the world to
yes,
know?
penne alla vodka. I'm just kidding.
Yeah!
So right now I would like to plug that it is February. There are tons of streams going on supporting LLS. Make sure you like get those links in chat, like check it out. Check out all the awesome creators who are involved. Every Tuesday I do a show with my good pal, the Windbag, on my stream. And it's like an improv podcast gaming extravaganza. It's a lot of stuff going on in there, but it's a good time. Come join us 11 a.m. EST. I would love to have you. And yeah, I guess that's my plugs right now. Uh,
Yay!
I would also like to plug like a really good friend named Mother Carp, who I'm currently on their show. And yeah,
There's a mod right now in chat that shouted me out in my own channel.
make sure y'all follow twice. Thrice. I'll wait. I'll wait.
They're waiting. Okay, last question for real. For realsies. If you woke up one morning as a sandwich, what kind of sandwich would you be?
Oh, roast beef.
I love how quickly you answered that.
Because I've been watching The Sopranos for the first time. And like literally there's all these like hoagies and sandwiches. So I kind of been on like this sandwich kick where we've been getting like roast beef and like all these things in the house. It's like sandwich city. And I've been eating roast beef sandwiches like every other day, making them. So roast beef is having a moment. Yes.
I love it.
Roast beef. I would be a roast beef sandwich because of course I'd want to like consume myself, I guess. Like
What a wonderful existential thought. Well, I really, really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for hanging out on the show today. You're wonderful and amazing, and everybody go follow Quinn and also the LLS charity stuff that we dropped pictures and links for. All of that, everything, all of it. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. All right,
All
now I'm
right. Thank you.
stopping the recording and I had my mic muted again. There we go. I fixed it. I got it quicker this time. We did it! Yay! Oh, thank you all for being here. It was a shorter interview, but you know what I loved about interviewing Quinn? I need some music in the background. Hold up before I start talking. I need to like think. I the thing is that I loved about Quinn is that Quinn practically did the interviewing for me. I didn't have to do shit about asking about what is art. Like they already answered that. They knew. And I loved interviewing Quinn. I am so excited to see them in both March and around for both PAXs, PAX East and PAX West. It's going to be the fucking best. Guys, I cannot stress enough. Go follow Quinn. Go click in the links in chat. Click on the links that I posted. All right. Shorter stream today. I know, only an hour and some change, but that's just how it happens sometimes. So, can I get a suggestion for a raid in chat? Does anybody know of any LLS streamers that are on right now? In fact, I'm going to be unprofessional and I'm going to look at my phone right now and see if anybody I know is in the LLS Discord and is streaming now. Who is live? Who is live? Let's see. Quinn is live. Quinn is live. Tune is live. Tune is live, and John Random. You know what, Sham? I'm gonna go with Johnny Random. Johnny Random, because I don't know who they are, and I love the thought of meeting new people. Let's go see Johnny Random. Let's see here. Rating. Let's go say hi. I rate Cartoon Therapy a lot. All right. We love Johnny. All right, let's go say hi to Johnny. Let's go make friends with Johnny. New people, new friends. We love new friends here. Friends, 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 friends. Everybody throw your flail emotes. We're going to be doing things all month long for LLS. There's going to be a raffle. If we meet our goal in time, we're going to be doing a Satan telethon. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. All right, everybody, get hype for Johnny Random. Let's go! Wait, I have to hit the raid now button. I know I'm still streaming and I don't care. I'm still streaming. I'm just trying to get over to Johnny Random as quickly as possible. There we go. Okay, now I can stop streaming.